got enough? Alright, we're getting ready to go down in the hole here. Down in the...
Be careful now.
Did you know he was mute? Perhaps half a drachma then.
I'm so close to getting to steel, but I can't do it in the middle of the night, so we're gonna go work in the hole in the darkness against my will and better judgment, but that's what we need to do. Because we're just, what, 4 points away from steel? Grizzle meat chew.
You will pay. I get this.
Well, everybody's got their own kind of coffee, I suppose. Hoosiers is Mountain Dew. Alright, back into the hole for the night. Oh, I'm just on day 4. I just restarted the server. People were telling me they wanted me to play again. I'm like, okay. But because they came out with like vendors and stuff, I had to restart. I'm doing a little bit different. Normally I make this gigantic meat grinder, but I built that meat grinder 4 times now, so I'm opting for something else other than it. So I'm doing a meat grinder light and a different kind of main house. But I did not anticipate the shaft I was going to have to dig was going to be 750,000 feet deep. I mean, this thing is serial. And I'm on a very slow time frame, so I'm going to dig all night, so this is like the least exciting part of my gameplay by far is freaking mining. But I do a lot of it. Where did Zero go?
No idea.
He said, I'm going to try something, and then he just disappeared off the face of the earth again?
Pretty much.
We need to put a shock collar on him. PS4 is what I play on.
Hey.
Actually, here, let me do this. I think what I'm going to do... Well, here, let me finish this piece right here. Actually, now that I think of it, I wonder if it's going to let me put one below me. It should. Yeah, it is.
Hey! Your time has come.
I want to go ahead and install my ladder while I'm thinking about it. It's very possible, yeah. I mean, I'm for sure getting like the new Call of Duty and stuff like that. So when I play big games like that, yeah. These kind of games I tend to just kind of play solo. I don't know why. I've always kind of been that way with these. But yeah, anything like the bigger games, Call of Duty, stuff like that, yeah, I always play with people. Like even this one I have set up a solo play so I can pause it. I wanted, well, at some point I wanted to do a arc, but I don't know if I'm actually going to play that much anymore. I keep saying that and I always end up playing it. Shut up, Zero.
Yeah.
And...
I was about to say that.
So what did you try? What did you do? What was your plan?
My plan was to connect my modem directly to my PS4 to see if I'm still getting that connection error for
damn it.
2K18. And it wouldn't connect to the PS4, which was hilarious.
It wouldn't connect to the PS4?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. I directly hardwired it to the PS4, and it was like, nope, nothing there. Sorry, can't connect to anything.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
I did a fall pit that was 70 blocks deep on Xbox One. The Screamers never came with 6 forges underneath it. Really? You never got Screamers with 6 forges? Well, I've never seen anybody, I'm sure other people know this, but there is a weird pyramid glitch I discovered. And so I can make impenetrable walls, it's just kind of boring sometimes when you build walls like that. But I'm still going to build them up here. It's going to be my first line of defense, but, well, it's really your last line of defense, you don't need anything else other than it, but it makes for an interesting game. Just sitting around pecking things off, not having to worry about your base. Very little work too on it, which makes sense. But it's a while wall build. I'm working on it now, for the pyramid build. Alright, so let's get back to digging here.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Hoosiers having game fights in the distance there.
This is too big of a fight. I ain't quite woke up enough for this yet. Oh my god. At least I killed the cat. Alright. Come on.
Captain, my captain! I cannot believe how deep this hole goes. It's just insane. It just wouldn't end yesterday. It's going to be a lot better once I get to steel. I'm only a few points from steel, but nighttime hit before I could get there. So that's tomorrow. Get to steel, make steel tools. At some point I've got to freaking find more food. Because of food issue getting around. I guess I'm going to just farm zombies for shams, but...
And
Bye, Zero! Smoochy! Smoochy, Smoochy! Poof, gone. So lots of mining till 4 a.m. And then we'll go finish getting stuff to get steel. That's the plan anyway. So it works. Gotta go open my shop here in 45 minutes, but I only have to really work till 2. My employee comes in at 2. And she's bringing me sushi. My employees love me. That's because I'm the most awesome boss ever.
Shit.
No, it's true. What about you? What are you all doing this morning? Jaden, what's your... I know what King's plan is today. I think he said there's like a little bit of work and a little bit of nothing, which is kind of cool. Best thing in the world. And then, I haven't seen Rulers this morning.
Damn it.
We know Boozer's fighting something. And, so what's your plans today, David? All my plans are this until 2, South Park until 8, episode 3 of Game of Thrones. That's all, that's my gaming agenda for the day. And work. Gotta go take care of customers if they wander in. If they get lost on the road and
Oh, damn it.
wander into my shop. At some point, I gotta go spend some time with the trader. I haven't used him much. Oh, there's one real close. I just haven't never used him much. I know they're pretty awesome from what I hear, but I've started so many 7 Day to Die world that I just kind of have an automatic system that I use on surviving.
No, ma'am.
Are you fighting with a cat, Boozer?
Alright, I'm back.
Are you fighting with a cat?
I was.
Which one?
Yoda.
Oh, what's Yoda want this morning?
Wanting outside.
Did you convince her to stay inside?
I just told her no.
Oh, that worked, huh?
Yep.
I think you... It's a 0.
It is.
You need to call and bust your internet in the face, apparently.
No, it's me. I'm fucking with settings. Because it's the only game that's doing it, and it's really pissing me off.
That's weird that there's... I've never had a game that everything else works but one game. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, no, the game works. I just can't connect. There's a section of community creations in this online servers. They don't want to connect in that game.
Is
Are you
it?
sure it's an
online.
internet thing?
Did you check to see if it maybe it needs an update? Maybe an update came out
There's no
for
update.
it? Okay.
But are you sure it's an internet thing?
It has to be because
No, it's just
Then
one
again,
game.
2K
It's got to be the game.
yeah, well, it's also 2K supports like, oh, make sure you try this. Make sure you open all the ports.
Huh.
So you looked up the troubleshooting and they say it might be a port issue?
Yeah, I already tried that shit. From the first time I tried.
Have you tried calling PlayStation?
No, I don't think it's like I said. It's only on this one game, and
Cooper, I will get you
Well,
out.
while you're messing with settings and you're not doing anything else, I would call PlayStation. I will tell you that I never call companies of
think you
stuff
will
that I
survive.
own, but PlayStation is the best for customer support I have ever dealt with. I mean, they are just spot on. Now, sometimes they can't help you,
I know this
but
got up
by
to
God, they'll get
Cortana.
down to the fucking grass and look
We
for
can
the
help
snake
each
with
other.
you.
Marcus told me that you are
I
investigating
mean,
this guy,
I've been immensely impressed
Help
with
me.
them.
and I can ensure he dies.
Ever since that first time I called them when they put a game on sale after I bought it, and you're like, you all should call PlayStation. And I'm like, I don't call goddamn play. I don't call like an old grumpy man. And I called them, and that was just the sweetest little woman I've ever talked to in my life. And then what? Did I tell you when I called about the game that I got that I didn't have to buy? Did I tell you about that?
No.
The one, yeah. So there was this game. Me and Boozer or Boozer told me to download it. He said it was good, and so I went to the page to buy it, and it just had download on it. And so I downloaded it, and it was like a $60 game. And so I called PlayStation. I'm like, I'm not trying to spend money.
It was
But I
Fortnite.
went to this place. Nah.
Yeah, it was.
Was it Fortnite?
It was
Yeah, it was
Fortnite.
Fortnite. I said, I'm not trying to spend money, but I said, I just went to the page and it just let me download it. And the guy looked at it and he studied it for a while and he's like, yeah, he said, our system says you purchased it at $0. And I'm like, well, it's like a $60 game. And he's like, no, I know that. And I'm like, so what do we do? And he's like, dude, you have 150 games in your network. I'm like, yeah. He said, you spent $7 grand on PlayStation games. I said, yeah. He's like, I'm not putting a note on your account. Just play the game. Okay. Thanks. So yeah, no, they've been phenomenal. I mean, even when I've had technical problems, I called them one time because I was pissed off because I was getting the error for streaming. They were on the phone with me for 2.5 hours. They couldn't fix it. But, they're like, well, it could be a YouTube problem. And I'm like, I don't want to bounce around between companies. Like, no, I understand. They said, let's just see what we can figure out. And so for the next 2 hours, they're like, try this, try that, try this. Okay, let's go do this. And I'm like, good Lord, dude. You think at this point they get sick of me? It's like, like when I call my bank, those people get sick of me really freaking fast.
We must speak of this.
Father is away on his first watch. Mother, grandfather is hurt. Soldiers mistook him for a beggar again.
Alright, we're going to stop mining here for a second and work our way back up a little bit.
We were searching for the scarab.
Since,
I hope he can help me. And in return,
might as well, right?
I can protect your
Do this
family.
in sections instead of just mining straight down like I did over the past 2 days.
He wants you to read them.
It looks like the scarab is summoning warriors to the city of Letopolis. But the city swallowed by the desert.
It is Father's destiny to rebuild it. We're going to join him soon. Right, Mother? If you go, tell him I can't wait to see him.
Of course I will, Kawab.
This will go much faster when I get steel. We're getting close to steel. We're sneaking up on it. I think we're level 37 now. What time is it anyway? Just like a half an hour to open up the shop.
So you did. Best price for you, friend.
I actually may not be on in the morning until the afternoon because I made a deal with Peanut that she brought me coffee in the morning. I take her out for breakfast. I think it's a good trade. She's working for the railroad now, Boozer. Wrap your mind around that one.
Huh.
She actually has a damn good job. I mean, you know, it's union work, but she drives. So, you know, I didn't know this. Right, I've learned a lot from this situation. So, you can't drive a train for more than 10 hours, right? There's like a federal law or something. So they literally, you know, you see trains parked on the side of the road, or, you know, on tracks just sitting there. It's because they've hit their 10 hours and they have to stop the train. And so there's these people, and I can't remember the name. I think they call them dogs. She's a dog, or whatever. And basically, they pick up crews and take them to sitting trains and switch crews out from a central yard. And so she covers everything within 6 hours of Tulsa, her and like 3 other people. And so literally she drives people like 3 hours to a train and then drives people 3 hours back. It's like a taxi without having to worry about calls. It's kind of strange. Speaking of taxis, how's your job going? You enjoying it still?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You made your coffee too damn strong? I don't think that's a thing, King. Can you make coffee too strong? Pretty much in my family, the rule is if you throw a horseshoe in it and it sinks, it's not ready yet. Lurkers. I'm a lurker myself when I watch games, mostly.
No deal. What might interest you today?
Well, at the moment, it's nighttime, and so I don't really wander around the map at night because the zombies are just stupid. And so I dig shafts down to bedrock, and that's where I do all my mining, and sometimes I build bases on bedrock. And so I'm building a shaft, basically. I mean, I'll show you here. I'll go back up. So, but this is the shaft I'm building. It's really deep. It's much deeper than what I anticipated it would be. Here, we'll go back up, and I'll show you my shaft building here. Basically, I dig a hole straight down to bedrock, and then I use these to move up and down while I'm doing it. Here, wait a second. What have we got going on here? Okay. So this side over here is the main shaft going down. Let me see here. Need one right there. Okay. And then... Oop, is there not one there? Here. We go down one more and we'll start putting ladders in so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, down one more.
Hey, you! Stop!
Oh, there's more. Okay, wait. I see what I did. Sorry, I've been digging so long, I'm kind of losing track of what I was working on here. Okay, here we go. And then I end up making this a four-sided shaft, but that comes over time. I'll probably work down in the mines first. This is what I do at night. Gosh darn it. I build tunnels all night. Unless I decide, like on the 7th night, sometimes I'll go up top and fight. But okay, what in the world's going on here? Why can't I pick that up? Alright, well, whatever. There we go. Now we're back on track. And then I go down here and I dig for veins, and as I said, I build bases, sometimes at bedrock. And then I normally have a top in order to just...
Okay, I'll be right back again. I'm currently dealing with PlayStation support via chat, so...
Alright.
They want me to test my connection. So,
Alright.
I'm gonna poof! Poof gone!
Alright, now we'll build back up a little bit. So, whenever you gotta bend down, it's kind of funky. And first get off, but there we go. Now we build the ladder up. Am I missing a run here? What's going on with this? This is kind of strange. Let's do that. Alright. Got some shenanigans going on here. Let's see if we can go one more up. Oh wow, it's on the ladder then. On the ladders, just don't like that little area right there. What's going on with that? Alright, here, let's do this. I don't. Oh, there's not a ladder there. That's why it's not working. This one right there. There we go. Now we're cooking with bacon.
What's wrong with you? We gotta go. All clear. Hey, what's going on? Wait a minute.
We got an hour till daylight, so I might not do anything tonight. This might be as far as we go tonight.
Out of the way! Buy me some time. I must push on.
It does. Anytime I do this, it takes a while. And normally I build what I call meat grinders, but I'm not building. I'm building a miniature version of my meat grinder on the surface. But yeah, it takes a while for me to dig my tunnels. But I always do it at night, and gives me something to do. And this is actually the deepest shaft I've ever dug. I don't know why this thing is so incredibly deep. Like, I'm not real sure how much further I've got to go. I think I'm getting close, though, to the bottom. Can't really tell yet, though. I mean, it'll go a lot faster, because I should have steel tomorrow night, and so it'll dig a lot faster. Let me see what I got left to do up here. See these. How am I doing this? I'm taking out. Actually, I'm gonna put one door right here. Actually, it's the only place I'm gonna put doors. Now that I look at it. Then all of this will be converted eventually over to concrete. But as I said, it's a process. And so I'm not doing... I don't think I'm doing another floor on this. This is pretty much the top of my little tower. Go ahead and start working on the walls here. So I don't think my outside pyramid needs to go any higher than what it is, than what it will be from here. Should be fine. This is just the top part of my down. This is just this is, I'm gonna call it the tower is what I'm gonna call it. And this is a top defense because zombies are attracted to doors, and so this is where all my doors will be, and this will pull them all on the 7th night so I can get them all cordoned in one area to kill them. So that's all this is. It's just to guard my hole, to guard my rabbit hole. And then I'll have my defenses down below, and then I'll have catwalks up here for me to snipe from. The other house? There's one over in the distance? Oh, that's a town over there. I'm built on the edge of a town. Let's see, we'll go one more higher. Build some more frames while I'm thinking about it here.
No, not yet. I would help you. I am no match for gold beasts.
Maketra?
Not this. This is my wife's brother's son. He was a fool. A brave fool, but a fool. Thank you, Neb. Their souls will now rest in peace.
Who is this Maketra your aunt mourns?
Our protector. Brave and strong like you, he would chase away fierce animals or the bandits who plague us. I guess there's no one left who can keep us safe.
Such a curse upon all of Egypt, it seems. Where do these bandits roost?
There is a canyon. I would take you there, but it is far too dangerous. Also, someone must deal with the dead.
Of course. I will find it.
The bandits are known as the Hungry Great Ones.
Level 40, that
May
gets
the
me to
gods
steal.
protect you.
The last one, I think.
And Maketra not among them.
What will I do now?
Alright, let me buy that.
Will I ever see my dear Maketra again?
Steal,
Nebe.
it's a game
I do
changer.
not know he has crossed over yet.
Without him, no one will help me tend the field,
Alright,
or keep me safe, or sing to me under the stars.
I will see what I can find.
That'll make my spike club. Alright, steal. See how much I can make. 68, let's start with 50. Yeah, we'll do 60. I'll use it. Hello, Zero.
Hello.
Well,
I get.
See, this was the same thing that 2K Sport told me. Make sure these certain ports are opened up. They are open. I never had this problem before.
is other people having an issue with that game?
No, just me. Apparently.
And what game is it?
WWE 2K18.
The funny thing is, as much as you move around games, you're actually going to spend more time opening the ports than you will ever actually spend doing the game.
Yeah,
So-
I know.
Opening the ports is actually entertaining you more than the game itself. We're going to call it the port game. Alright, so if that is... Ooh, it's going to be actually a little bit taller walls than what I thought. Which is fine. Let's see how high these are going to go.
No Assassin's Creed today, huh, Zero?
I was playing a little earlier. I'm just trying to get this shit to work now because I'm very annoyed.
Alright, let's do one more. Now that should, well, no. We're gonna leave it where it's at. Alright. So that is my wall, or my impenetrable zombie killer, or zombie stopper. Well, actually,
Who the fuck seen me?
look at that.
What?
No, I don't like it. We'll go down.
Stand and face me, damn it!
There we go. That's much more reasonable. So, by that logic, I'm going to do the outmost exterior wall and then build up, just to start having some form of protection. And I don't know how wide this needs to be. I'm assuming, well, it's not going to work. My assumption is not going to work. No, it's not done yet. I'm only going to work on it at night until I get it done. So, how do I want to do this part then? Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. Here.
I hate going guard duty. Me too. But at least we still get an equal share of the spoils. And we promised a spot on the next trade.
Alright. So, we need to actually build this top part out. So I really just need to get the first corner done. And then I can kind of shape it, and I'll get the parameters for how the rest of the build will go. You should have seen us doing the math to build the pyramid on Minecraft we built. Or building. We haven't built it. We'll never finish it. But, how many days did we spend on the math of that thing, Boozer?
I don't know. Plus the math on how much Mountain Dew I drank.
Well, I think we come to that number in the process of building the pyramid. We need to show the guys that haven't seen that pyramid at some point. We have to do that while you're off. Whenever you get a break, we'll have to fire it up and show everybody the pyramid. Everybody builds pyramids, right? We're building the pyramid. We call it one of the 7 wonders of the Minecraft world. Now, we haven't worked on it over a year, but it comes and goes. It's such a big project that, you know, it doesn't matter if we work on it or not, it always sounds there in the back of our head. Okay, now. What we need to do is figure this corner out. Once I have this corner figured out, then I can do the other corners, no problem. Okay, so there's that. So now, we need to turn this corner. So let's see how we're doing that. So really this is the corner right here. Used to be one lower. Just like that, yeah.
Will you free me?
Perfect.
Let me get you out of there.
So that gives me my edge. So really it's going to be way easier just to count it up on the next corner and to go through all of that again.
Hey, wait! Hey, stop! Ha!
Okay, now, to count this up, instead of drawing out the entire thing, that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Let
basically
me
4 up
confront my accuser! Then
from
we'll
the 2
hear
that we
truth!
already have.
Where were we? Bandits breed like rats.
Well, this
Hey,
is
Ace.
this a corner? This is not a corner.
We must. There you are.
Wait. Why is that not a corner? Oh, because it's not a corner. That's why it's not a corner. It's not a corner because it's not a corner. I'm glad that I had that talk with myself. Hey, Ace.
Have a good day in school, Ace.
I'll be back for you.
Go learn something.
Thank you. But why did you save me?
Your aunt spoke of your desperate straits. I would free any unjust captive, but the plight of a protector is something I cannot ignore.
You are a Medjay.
We are of the same brotherhood.
Yes, I must hurry home. The war chief, Fat Homer, took the hungry great ones on a raid. You move like a lion. Would you help me stop them?
Okay, now this one can come down here. Now I believe we're doing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 spaces in a wall.
Oh, no!
Two.
The hungry great ones are going to kill us all! Where is our protection? Why are the bombs abandoned us? Run or else you'll be taken by the hungry great ones!
This. Is that moving for what? Oh, we can put them up here. That'll be fine.
And it goes 0 again.
Yep.
Ketra, I think we are done.
So
You
we
fought like
want
a
that
lion
like
yourself.
that.
I have learned much from you.
So that
You've
makes
made me
this
a better
fine.
protector. Egypt needs more people like you.
The land needs more people like us.
I will sing songs of our battle to my aunt to remember this day.
Ha.
Hang on.
You die.
Pause this, go open my store. That's why I set an alarm, because I would never remember to open my store. I've done that before without an alarm, where I've sat here and looked up and like be 20 minutes late to open my shop because I get stuck in a video game. We're playing the Zero Hokey Pokey this morning, folks. God, it's freaking cold in this store. Holy crap. Alright. Store is open, yo! Let's make some money!
Believe it. The gods protected us. Amazing.
Show me the money!
Walker has been returned to us. Did you see him drive away the bandits?
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes! And a fucking coat! God dang it! Freezing my tutu off. Alright. So that is gonna be... That's the entryway. Well, I mean, I can work on that later. That doesn't really matter. As much as these corners matter, because we're building a wall. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this should be as high as that now. Yep, it is. And this will give me my edge. Well, I guess it's gonna work. That edge doesn't feel plumb, but it's gotta be. It's gotta be, I tell you, gotta be. Hoosier, can you imagine rebuilding that pyramid in 7 days to die?
Yeah.
Oh. Nah.
Wouldn't that be insane?
Can I tempt you with something?
I don't think the map's big enough for it.
All right. Sold. All right then.
And then these walls should connect. If we squared it, if it's plumb. Ah, it's a beautiful thing right there. Love when a plan comes together. Alright, now, let's go back to the other side and look at this. Since that's going to be the initial defenses. Can I reach everything? Yes, I can. It doesn't really matter about the interior. Yeah, that's more than doable. It's going to take a lot of redoing, but it's fine. All I've got is time.
Ah, hello, my friend. How can I help you?
Temenope, Eshetsu, Adoat.
That's a little herd coming this way.
Goodbye.
Oh, God.
Numes neo Jediam?
Okay, now this is going to take a little planning here. It's okay, so obviously this is going to come through here like this. And be a door there. Well, it doesn't have to worry about that part. Once this is done here. This doesn't need to be more than single though. So that's fine like this. I just don't know what I want the front to look like yet, but we'll deal with that next. this is basically 1, 2, 3. You know what I could do? I have an idea actually for the outside of this that's going to work way better. It's going to be very complicated though, but I don't have to worry about it for now. This will work for now. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this door figured out here. Alright, it's a door there. have a workbench to make that. Okay. So workbench is the next priority. Alright, let me grab a pen here. So I need a wrench, doesn't matter if it's broken or not, so that's not a thing. Forged iron's no problem, wood's no problem. I need some mechanical parts. And I need 20 of them. So that is my objective today. 20 mechanical parts and some food. Let's see what we got. Mechanical parts here. Listen to Zero stomp around.
It's not stomping.
Oh, I. Thanks, different. Alright, let me see here. So now we need wrenches. Stomp, 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 stomp.
That was slightly stomping. Just didn't have the oomph.
It's stomping without anchor. Okay, there's a wrench. And I've got more than one. Or I had one. I did, doesn't mean I do. There's another one. Gives me dos wrenchos. There's my broken one. Alright, so basically I need to pull
I'll get the fire going. Time has come.
10 more mechanical parts with 2 wrenches. That should be a problem.
I'll get the fire going.
That sounds like a thing that should be able to be done. Oh man. I want to make a spike club. My favorite weapon. Alright. So now let's go find mechanical parts and maybe some food. We're gonna start down here.
Hey, what?
Shit.
Booty. Hose. Booty. Hose.
Fuck.
Oh, he's been singing it for days.
I don't think that's not what he's what they're talking about.
I know, but that was funnier to me for some reason. You don't have a weird sense of humor, Zero.
I do.
I have the bastard.
We've raided that house. There's nothing left in there. This is in here. Oh, nope, we've been through this one too. Okay, this is our next house.
Oh my god.
Do, 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 do. Hello. Oh, you know, hanging out. You? What can I get for you? Okay. A single? I don't think I have any more singles. I think I sold out of them. How about a duel? Do I have what? I do. Actually, I just got a brand new menthol and it's really good. What milligram do you do? Yeah, it's called frostbite. My naked. Like 24, I think. I think they're 24. Sounds right.
The fist will pound you.
$22.99. They're cheaper than what I thought. 24 after taxes. 31.42. No, it's kind of minty from what I've heard. I mean, the thing with menthol and Subohm is it can be really strong. And I guess that's just a good overall menthol flavor from whatever. I've got a bottle in the bag. I haven't started vaping it yet. I need to. But Naked's one of the top brands, especially for menthols. I don't know why. Oh no, I don't care, dude. You have to let me know if it's good. Actually, I'm gonna grab my coffee cup. It's cold in here. I'm freezing. I'm gonna put a jacket on.
Time to die.
You working today or just out running around? Oh, okay.
Die, idiot!
If you do that for a living, I bet you know what cold really is. Yeah. Right. Do you do water or gas? Gas. I used to always laugh at the city water meter readers because I'm terrible with paying bills. I put everything on automatic deposit. I check my mail once a year. I hate paying bills, so I overpay everything. But the water one you can't set up on automatic payment in my hometown, little small town in the middle of nowhere, and Bartlesville. Actually, Dewey's where I'm from, but I own a house in Bartlesville, so that's where I pay the water for. But anyway, and so I would go down about every 6 months, and I'd give them, $400 or $500, and I'd say, okay, when that runs out, let me know, and they'd say, okay. Well, they wouldn't let me know. They put a disconnect in place for me, right? And so they would come and they knock on my door, and if I wasn't there, they would just leave a note. And they say, "Be back tomorrow. We're here for your water." Right? Or they'd flag me down the street if they saw me. They said, "We're coming. We're coming." I'm like, "All right, I'll go take care of it." Yeah, they were pretty nice about it. Oh yeah. Well, small towns like that, Well, I say small town. It's a town of 35,000, but it's still small town-ish. Every cop in town knew who I am. Yeah.
Hey.
See, I got arrested like 2 years ago, and I knew the judge, I knew all the cops, but they showed up. I was meeting a girl somewhere. We got drunk at a bar, and I passed out on the porch next door, and they showed up, and they're like, "Jerry," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "You can't stay here. Where's your girlfriend?" I'm like, "I have no idea where she's at." They're like, "Dude, it's 3 o'clock in the morning," and it was like 110 degrees outside, and They're like, who do you want us to call? I'm like, you ain't calling anybody I know at 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? We can't leave you here. I'm like, is it jail air conditioned? They said, yeah. I said, arrest me. Let's go. And so the next morning, I went in front of the judge at 10 o'clock, and he's like, Mr. Packard, did you request to spend the night in my jail? I'm like, yes, sir. Good food, better breakfast than I could have cooked. Very nice people. They were very pleasant, better than the hotel room. Probably cheaper, too, depending on how much you charge me. Well, mine was just public intox. It wasn't DUI. DUIs are like 10 grand. Yeah.
He speaks from experience.
Yeah, well, yeah, public intox is just a nuisance. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how they do with like people that owe like back child support. If you don't pay it, they arrest you, and it's like $20 a day. So if you owe $5,000 in back child support, we'll just see you in the next 3 years. But I don't know. But no, I remember there was this little town. You ever heard of Juan? Juan, Oklahoma. It's a town of like 35 people. Right, they had a town almost burned down about 10 years ago. They had a big grass fire and burned down old Bob's shed. I mean, it was terrible. But anyway, they had one cop that kind of hangs around the town, and there was this old man. He was an old Vietnam vet, and he was an alcoholic, and he drove that truck of his all over town, and they constantly arrested him. Well, they hired this new kid in the town over. Of course, they were part of this other town's police force. But anyway, they hired this new kid, and they're like, so when you pull over Mr. Ray, they said, just take him in and let him sleep it off. And they said, okay. And they said, oh, and don't handcuff him. And so the guy said, okay. Well, he pulled Ray over, and he went to handcuff Ray because, you know, it's protocol. And Ray said, I don't do handcuffs, son. And he said, well, I got to handcuff you. Well, anyway, long story short, here comes the police cruiser pulling up in front of the police station, and Ray gets out of the driver's seat, and their cops cuffed in the back seat. And Ray's like, apparently I'm under arrest. Your cop's in the back seat. Anyway. Yeah, little small towns. I love them. Don't handcuff Ray.
Work with me to find help.
Oh my gosh. Oh, these batteries are warm. Oh. Oh, the old one. How long have you been in there? Whew. You know, they go about 2 weeks, right? Oh, yeah, right? Mine... Well, you do menthol. Menthol covers overmark flavor, too. Yeah. Did you try the menthol? I'm curious if you like it. Did you prime it?
No, that's really good. It's actually really menthol.
Is it burnt though?
No. I think I might have had too much liquid in it, and it just kind of.
Man, that smells good.
It is. It's actually.
It smells almost like grapey to me.
It's one of the better menthols I've had.
Man, I'm gonna have to go load a bottle now. Now that I've smelled it. Yeah, you be safe out there. Go charge some people some money, alright? I love my customers. Oh, I don't know how many times a day I say that, but it's true. Actually, I've never met him before, so hopefully he comes back. Oh, we're having food issues. Getting hungry. Y'all being awful quiet. What are you boys working on?
I was listening to you ramble.
Just listen to me ramble. Hey, everyone, it's a hobby. You'd be amazed how many of my customers I think come in just to listen to me ramble. I think I have to go kill some zombies to find food.
How can I help you?
Actually, I might just kill myself. That'll refill my food bar. It's a horrible way to do it, but, you know, whatever. I pulled a 0 yesterday when I got a poison. I decided to kill myself with a blood pack.
Heh.
Yes, all right. Fair enough. Yes, all right.
I'm your huckleberry.
I'm taking that as I am live. That's right, I am live. I'm here with Boozer,
Yep.
who is the living dead, and Ches.
Hello.
And I'm doing some Assassin's Creed.
Hello, governor. Here's a little bit of food, a little munchy munchy. Oh, I'm not hungry, I'm thirsty. The hell? Alright.
Please forgive me. For a moment, I thought you were the sign of the Magi, the lost protectors.
I do. I am. What pains you, Nebbit?
My heart is broken. My truest friend, my husband, Eric's, has been murdered.
Tell me what
There's
happened.
wrench. Yay.
He was renowned for his work. A soldier ordered him to build war chariots for the pharaoh. He was happy to do so. But when the soldier returned to collect, he only offered to pay half the agreed price. Eric's refused, and the soldier cut him down and stole the chariot.
Is that a text or a general message notice?
Will you help me
A text.
get justice? Find the soldier and
Is that a
destroy the
specific
war
person?
chariot so he
Yes,
may
it
not
is.
insult my husband's memory.
So you have a specific person that says, hey,
I
ass
can do that
munch.
for you.
Ass butt.
Ass butt. Okay.
It's from Supernatural. Castiel is an angel, and to get the attention of his brother, Michael, he goes, hey, ass butt. Not realizing it's the same freaking word. Well, it worked, and Michael turned around and Castiel Molotoved him with holy oil.
So I'm assuming this is a friend of yours that also enjoys Supernatural.
Yes. And her name's Ashley. I ever say my phone is Ash, but get the joke.
Hello, Ashley. Tell her the weird, creepy guy saying,
Yeah, she thinks you're an asshole.
she thinks I'm an asshole?
Yes.
Aww, why does she think I'm an asshole?
Because that day you're on my ass about not realizing that's how we are together.
I was on your ass. What day was I on your ass? About what?
That day I was on the phone with her.
I was on your butt about something?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're on my.
we was giving him a hard time about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, well, I
See,
remember
who's-
teasing you, but I don't remember being an ass about it.
Well, everybody's perception is different, Jerry.
Well, no, I know, but that's phenomenal because if that was interpreted as being an ass, can you imagine what you think of me when I'm actually being an ass?
Maybe she won't think that's being an ass.
Maybe not. It's true. But still, my God. Okay, that's fine. It's funny. I
Oh.
hear you, zombie.
Somebody's in my my chat box.
Somebody's in your chat box.
Hello, Renee 14332 McCallum.
Hello, Renee. How are you today?
Okay, where was I? Oh, yes, doing this shit.
You were doing shit. Did I go through all of this?
Alright, I got a little bit of running around to do. I gotta go to the bank and stuff like that, and I'll be back in just a little bit.
Ooh, give me some
Okay.
monies.
Yeah,